Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim.
And we're testing whether the influence or speaking, you have to keep singing, whether it interferes if we're having more than one speaker or more than one person using the microphone. Thank you. Okay.
Good.
Let's see. Good.
Good.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you. We're good.
Yay. Hey, that sounds like me.
Uh-huh.
especially since we didn't get home until like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh wow. A long travel day.
Shalom, Walter. Shalom, how are you? I am well. Hello. Hi, Walter.
Shabbat Shalom, Lyrica.
Erica?
This is Dalton.
Hi. Marcy, how are you? Dalton.
Yes.
Hi, Lyman.
Good.
Dalton.
Good Shabbos.
Where did you play your basketball?
I did not.
He played a little in college, but not on a team. Probably when he should have been in class.
Are you in Erie?
Mm-hmm.
How are you this evening?
Yeah.
Doing well. How are you?
Verizon in Harbor Creek.
Say again.
Verizon.
Verizon.
Yeah, he sells cell phones and internet.
So what's your responsibility there?
Selling.
That's
Just
kind
selling. So I sell any cell phones or internet or tablets or any of that.
How many's in your group?
3. Not too many.
Are you working also?
Yes, I am an office administrator at a factory.
At a factory?
Yes.
How many employees at a factory?
Right now we're down to 5.
Down to 5.
Yep, but we're making it work. I'm working on hiring
What's
some
the
people.
big problem?
Right now, we're working on railings.
Railings.
We're busy with Slippery Rock University railings.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a nice job.
it is a nice job.
When you have those kinds of jobs,
Huh?
long term, you can plan on them,
Exactly. It keeps the shop busy.
July,
and
June.
as long as they don't put a
Birthday of it.
restriction on it, when you
Yeah.
have to be done, then it's
It is, yeah,
Well, I
that's where
thought
we're
it
at
was
right now. That's,
by September first, they want you to be
Right.
done.
yes, the way it works is
Birthdays.
we'll sell a big commercial job, but they won't
So I
tell
just
you
thought-
that they want you to start
Oh,
making
great.
it until they need it.
Yeah.
So they say, don't make it, and then they need it 2 weeks later, and it takes us like 2 months to make that much stuff.
It's just not like I can put anything in.
But they,
How'd you train for your position?
my parents, I helped run their construction company for a bit. So it was kind of a family business thing, and then, cause I'm actually from Florida, so I moved up here to take care of my grandma. And then, I just had to find more of a permanent position, so, I worked at Union Science for a year. And I just missed being in like kind of a more construction type of job, so went back into construction management. Hey Jill, how are you? Yes, they do. How's it going? And they've told me so.
Thanks for joining us. very excited. Okay.
I don't like when people are behind me. So like this way I can like just sort of see a little bit over. Hello, Dalton. Long time no see. Yes. So I'm ready to- I'm ready to go over it. I had a feeling it was not gonna be.
Make you a pirate.
I think it just says that. Yeah. Well, I think that like.
But maybe see the eye doctor. But maybe go see the eye doctor. Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you falling asleep too? Or did you go to bed? Huh? So you better like go to sleep possibility.
Okay.
No, that is alright. Sometimes I'm
What? Yeah, they do, because they all watch.
No, I was saying, one of the dreams, I'm actually the opposite. I become a wallflower. I think I'm talking anyways. Yeah, it's like makes me go almost.
You feel my talk.
But I also like, I sit and I like, I'm like, I literally have we sit next to each other, nobody will know.
That's where I sit in the last row. Oh, that's why I sit over there. It won't be 2 weeks from now. It won't be 2 weeks from now. Well, I do not want to.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome all who are joining us in person and all joining us via our live stream as we celebrate Shabbat together and welcome Shabbat into our hearts and our lives. And we'll begin with lighting our Shabbat candles and invite Corlin to do that. The blessing can be found on page 2. Temple's version of hazing is really
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahavik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. We'll turn together to page 10 and join in Hine Matov, how great it is to be together.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
If you were in the 15th, 16th centuries and you were in Tzfat in northern Israel and it's Friday night, you would likely go out with your companions into the fields, and as the sun was setting, we would join in Lecha Dodi, this song of welcome for the bride of Shabbat. The idea that the people of Israel and Shabbat are in a special relationship, a marriage, if you will. And so as we welcome our Shabbat bride, we welcome to reenact that very special relationship. That marriage happens every week. And every week we go into that field mythically, and we welcome Shabbat into our hearts, just as we would welcome a bride. And so we welcome our post-bride. Page 20.
לקראת כלה בני שבת
rise. Please be seated as we turn together to page 22, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, a song for Shabbat.
There it is. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, Tov Lehodot L'Adonai. Zamer l'shimcha elyon, zamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir liyom hashabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Zamer l'shimcha elyon, zamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chazdecha.
Page 24, we join in our words of welcome. Shalom Aleichem, peace be on you, and the response, Aleichem, Shalom, on you, may there be peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mochem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn together to page 26 as we rise for Chatzik Kaddish.
Yitkata, yitkata shmei Rabban.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivarach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael bagala Bizman Kariv, Bimaru, Amen. Yehesh Meraba Mevorach, Le'alam Ulam Me'amaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitbar, Vitramam, Vitnaseh, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmeri Kudesha, Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, bimeru, amen.
Page 28, we join in Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach,
Baruch Adonai HaMorach.
le'olam va'ed.
Please be seated and let's join together in the middle of page 30. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And we continue on page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We rise together as we join in Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated as we continue on the following page with Va'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace.
Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. As we turn to page 40 and join in our song of freedom, Mi Chamocha.
Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 la 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele.
מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Page 43. Let's join together at the top of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu el kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu el kol amo Yisrael.
Page 45. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. And we join in Vishamru on page 44 as we thank God for the blessing and the opportunities that we have to celebrate Shabbat together.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Beni uvein b'nei Yisrael Oti leolam Oti leolam Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Ki shesh yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Ubayom hashvi'i Shavat vayinafash Shavat vayinafash Shavat vayinafash Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam
Page 47. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise together for Amidah, page 46. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufiagit tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia Morid Hatal Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umidom Elach Melech Nenit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, kadoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated as we continue page 53. Days pass, and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Let's join together atop of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Retzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amcha Yisrael. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Take a look at the prayer on page either 59 or 58. As you know, in our prayer book, if you look at page 58, you'll find the Hebrew, the transliteration of the Hebrew, and a direct translation of the Hebrew prayer into English. And on the opposite page, you will find interpretive material covering the gist of the prayer, an interpretive translation, a piece of poetry, a reading, something like that. This prayer, known as Modim Anachnu Lach, or just Modim, is one of thanksgiving. And it is appropriate that we take a look at it a little bit tonight, because tonight is the Shabbat that immediately precedes Shavuot. Shavuot will be this week, and we'll observe Shavuot next Friday, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But Shavuot is listed in this week's Torah portion. On the first day of the second month, in the second year following the Exodus from the land of Egypt, God spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of meeting and said, ... Right? And in this week, we begin the very fourth book of the Torah, otherwise called fourth book, Numbers. Good. And in Hebrew, we call it? Come on. Hebrew school wasn't that long ago. Bamidbar. Bamidbar. Now, the English term for the book, Numbers, comes from the idea that immediately at the beginning of the text is a census. So we count up the people. So that's the Numbers part. But unlike the other books of the Torah, which are named after the very first words in the book, Numbers takes its name from the actual experience of the entire book, which is Bamidbar, or in the desert. And it is the transitional text, right? You had Genesis, which is the ancient stories in the foundation. You had Exodus, which is the story of leaving Egypt and achieving freedom. You have Leviticus, which is all the nuts and bolts of community building and structures and laws and all of that. And now Bamidbar has to come in and say, how does this all work together? How does it all happen together, and how do we kind of progress in terms of this experiment of nation building that the Jews were on as they left Egypt and wandered around in the desert for 40 years trying to figure out who and what we are? So, this begins this process of figuring out all of these things. And much of it is what we are thankful for. Right? Things that we are thankful for. So, Shavuot. Shavuot is the quintessential orphan child of the holidays in our Jewish calendar. Right? How many people have fond memories as a child of celebrating Shavuot? As they say in French, garnished. Nothing. Why? Well, it happens in the spring or close to the summer, school's out, and it really never caught the imagination of most of the Jewish community. Beyond that, I have no idea. It is one of the 3 important pilgrimage holidays. In the ancient temple, this is one of the 3 times a year where you would go to take your pilgrimage up to the temple and offer your sacrifice. This was not an insignificant moment, right? But other holidays have taken on a larger-than-life meaning, things like Hanukkah, right, which is the most insignificant liturgical holiday, and yet becomes one of the most important or most observed holidays that we have on the calendar.
Would you rather eat latkes or blintzes?
It's a tough call. I like, well, being lactose intolerant, blintzes are a bit of a problem, but
Well, I was gonna say for a community that has like a high incidence of lactose intolerance, the cheese thing. that you're
Yes,
getting on
yes.
Shavuot is a little odd.
especially the cheese that you put, anyway, it doesn't matter. Yes. But thank God we have Lactaid. We can pass it out with the blintzes. Okay, so what is Shavuot then? Because often people, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know, no idea, right? How many people could really articulate a Shavuot? If you had met somebody in an elevator and they had to explain Shavuot, what would you say? Okay.
That's a good question.
It's what?
When God gave Moses the Ten Commandments.
Okay, good. So, Passover, sorry, go ahead.
It's receiving the 10 commandments on Mount Sinai.
Great. Okay, so you passed the elevator test. The 2 of you can get into an elevator. The rest of you, back to Gesher School. Okay. Passover is what? Right. We're celebrating the escape from slavery, right? Okay? There's no point in having Passover unless we have Shavuot. There's no point in leaving Egypt if not to become the people of Israel and stand at the base of Mount Sinai 49 days later and enter into the covenant between God and the people of Israel. Right? Otherwise, we could have stayed in Egypt. We didn't have to go anywhere. Right? We were moderately happy as slaves. Sorry?
I think we should start a new tradition and start celebrating to us for what it is.
Let's make it a party.
Okay. That's right. Allie's already thinking I can put a...
Interest boards.
Right?
I have my adult bat mitzvah planned.
I haven't even advertised the course yet.
So I already have the decorations set. I already texted Lyrica about it too.
Plan your course.
Okay.
I'll play.
Okay, here we go. So Shavuot is this celebration of receiving 10 Commandments, receiving the Torah, entering into this amazing covenant. And we are so thankful for that. Right? Thankful for all of the Jewish experiences that we get to enjoy. So, one of the things that we saw that a congregation did in D.C. when we were there with our teens was they took this moment before reading this prayer, Modim, to share some of the things that we are thankful for. So, if you could articulate and share one of the things, or maybe more than one, that you are thankful for, especially on this Shabbat. You don't have to go in any order, just Jump in.
My family.
Thankfully, yes, family. I'll repeat them so people can hear on our live stream. So family for sure.
Friends. Friends.
Friends.
Good health.
Health.
Getting to spend so much time with my dad.
Getting to spend time with family. Right? We are both thankful for our family, and we're also thankful for the time that we have to be together with family.
Green trees, the nature. Green trees.
Yes. The amazing, amazing panorama of beauty that we have in nature.
And a home.
A home.
A home.
Yes.
Having a couple that's been here for 150 years. Fun.
Yes. You know what? You know what? That's so important. We should celebrate that.
Let's have a party in 2 weeks.
Okay. Bobby said we should have a party, so that's what we're doing. So on the 21st, in case anybody didn't know it was the 21st, of course, we'll have that weekend will be a big party. There's lots of information in your handout. Okay, what else are we thankful for?
Open borders.
Open borders, yes. Well, I think we're hopeful for that one. I don't know that we're there yet, but we're certainly hopeful for that. Absolutely. So we join together as we thank God for so many different things on the top of page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot. We turn together to our prayer for peace on page 61. And let's join together. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amecha Tasim Leolam Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lecha Shalom V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol et ub'chol asha b'shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai oseh hashalom.
We take a few moments for silent prayer.
Yehu leratzon imrefi ve'yon libi Tsuri, Vigali, Vigali.
We turn together to page 253, and there we find our prayer for healing. We think of all those in our lives, our friends, our family, those we know and perhaps those we don't even know, who need a boost, another energy of healing. We think of all those whose lives have been upended through armed conflict around the world. We think of all the families who have been tragically displaced all over the world. We think of people whose health is threatened. And healing comes in so many different ways. Healing of body or mind or heart or spirit. And in our congregation, we especially mention James Chavez, Etta Howell, Irv Willis, Ella Kobos, Carol Ford, Wendy Sherman, Diane Kaler, Isabella Bostwick, April Wortman, Eric Skibetta, Michael Shervetsky, Rabbi Brad Bliefeld, Stephanie Willis, Carol Lou Eisenhart, and Doug Boatner. If you are joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. If you are here in person and would like to add a name, please, as I look around, do so. We join together, middle of the page.
Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn together to Aleinu, page 282. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, ateit gedula leotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu keguyeh haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמו, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו וזולתו, ככתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום בהשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, השמיים ממעל והארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. In nature's ebb and flow, God's eternal law abides. When tears dim our vision or grief clouds our understanding, we often lose sight of God's eternal plan. Yet we know that growth and decay, life and death all reveal a divine purpose. God, who is our support in the struggles of life, is also our hope in death. We have set God before us and shall not despair. In God's hands are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Under God's protection we abide, and by God's love we are comforted. Life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts and fill our spirits with an abiding trust in you. We think now of all those who have come before us. We are in the period of Shloshim for Carol Zachs, and on this Shabbat we observe Yartzeit for Flora Williams, Isabel Baer, Simon Burstein, Rose Levy, Samuel Schwab, Sophia Baer, Solomon Jacobson, Priscilla Davis, Samuel Roberts, Carrie Cohen, Irma Cohn, Robert Loeb, Bertha Mann Schulman, Tilly Strasburger, Jacob Zachs, Madeline Baker, Gethel Goldberg, and Delna Ruth Soddy. If anybody would like to add a name, if you're here in person, as I look around, add a name. If you are joining us via live stream, please add the name into our chat.
Everyone who died 80 years ago, rather.
We rise together as we turn to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon u'vyom echon, u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmeh almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dikudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom
bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom,
aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Please be seated. I'd like to welcome Julie Cohen forward to share some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. I am pinch hitting for Craig tonight. Services tonight are in memory of Samuel Roberts. And for those of you who may not know, not only was Samuel Roberts Bobby Pollock's father, but he was also the Chief Justice of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. So that is a very big deal, and I think, and a nice guy, yes. People who are younger, you know, just, so I try to make sure people know. The announcements tomorrow, there will be tourist study at 9:30. The details are in your weekly email.
Zoom only.
Zoom only. The 150th anniversary, as the rabbi said, it's right around the corner. Please make reservations. There will be festivities and food, and so they would really like to know how many people are coming. So if you could please RSVP. You could use the link in the email on the website, or you can call the office. And then on Sunday, June 23rd, there will be an open house from 2 to 4. Again, if people from the congregation want to come to look around or want to come to help others look around, please do that. The annual meeting is going to take place in person or via Zoom on June 25th at 6:30, and they do need a quorum, so if you can attend either in person or on Zoom, please do that. And then Pride Erie, Temple is going to participate in the Erie Pride event on June 29th and 30th, and if you're interested in volunteering to help, contact the office. And thank you to Rabbi and Jesse. Go ahead. Oh, and next week.
There is a dessert OJ next week after services for Shavuot.
Yes.
And Rabbi will be presenting on the book of Ruth. There, next week.
And you know, there was a big list of birthdays and anniversaries this month. I know this.
Yes, well, we'll do that as we do Kiddush and Mitzvah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Always taking my thunder.
There aren't as many here as there were on the list, that's for sure.
Yes. So to celebrate any birthdays, anniversaries, good things happening this month. I know I have an anniversary this month.
I do too.
You do? What a coincidence. Why don't you all, anybody celebrating something, come forward and help us with Kiddush and Motzi.
It's just me.
No, it's Cynthia. Let's join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'yahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol amim v'shabbat kodeshecha ve'ahava u'b'ratzon hilchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
Right. And we are thankful for all the beautiful times that we share, the paths of life, the anniversaries. We are on our 36th anniversary. We're trying to catch up, so we count months. Let's join together.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
please come up after and have some challah. Okay. Lyrica and Ali, we need some help with our closing song, which you know, which is Od Yavo. So that's on page. Yes, you did. It's on page 353 in the blue numbers, I think.
No, the
No, 353 in the regular numbers.
regular numbers.
Yeah. You're fine. Come on.
So come up and lip sync again. Because for some reason my voice went out for a hot second. So Rob's trying to help me. Oh, good sheet music. That helps.
There you go.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. One more time. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Making the world.
Salam, salam. One more time. Salam. Aleinu ve'al kolam. Salam, salam.
Shabbat shalom. I think there's some cookies and stuff.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, there's cookies and stuff.
We have a little oneg. We have some cookies and some refreshments. Please